You're not Harry.
The blue give it away? Habitat 7 was a little more action-packed than Harry bargained for. He decided to spend his retirement years on the Hyperion looking after your sister.
You know Sarah's the good one.
I think you're both trouble. Hold still.
Ow!
Sorry.
I remember you having a gentler touch.
Still trying to get my bearings. Thought I'd be waking up colonists, not taking care of the Pathfinder.
I couldn't be in better hands.
I just stabbed you.
We all have off days.
I always hoped to work in the field, but everything's happening so quickly.
Focus on the positive. It helps.
I guess this is my opportunity to study alien species firsthand. Getting a Ket specimen aboard the Hyperion would be difficult. A Ket corpse. For autopsy.
Why do you care about the Ket?
Harry didn't tell you? My thesis on Krogan virility and aggression is what got me in the initiative.
I had no idea. I'd love to hear more. Over dinner, maybe?
Oh. Thing is, Ryder...
What's your type?
Not a patient. I need to be able to look at you clinically without distractions.
Am I distracting?
Not nearly as much as you think you are. But we were discussing the Ket. An autopsy.
Right.
Just something to think about. Sam, make sure that... So we have a stowaway.
You mean PB?
She's decided to set up in one of the escape pods. You don't need a psychologist to tell you that one's got commitment issues.
How do you think the crew is holding up?
I'm happy to share what I can without violating anyone in particular. I sort them in their files and my brain by species. There's a lot of them.
Gil?
Gil likes to use humor as a... He'd rather bury himself in the Nomad than tackle emotions head-on.
Suvi okay?
She's remarkably adaptive. I'm kind of jealous.
How's Liam?
A handful. Every time I patch him up, he breaks something new. Liam's "we can't lose" attitude is commendable. But I worry how he'll react when something does go wrong.
How's Cora doing?
She's processing. She expected to follow in his footsteps, but he gave the role of Pathfinder to you. Just because she trusts his judgment doesn't mean she's not confused. Or hurt.
I'd like to check in on the non-human crew.
Ask away.
Tell me about
Vetra's used to having someone to... I think that's why she's so resourceful and likes providing for other people. That being said, I think she could use a little me time.
How's our Solar?
He's quite the gossip. Tight-lipped about himself, though.
Is Drac good?
I've never met anyone who can be so stubborn and so appreciative. Could you look out for him, Ryder?
Don't worry, Lexi. I'll keep an eye on him.
Thank you. And maybe don't mention I asked?
Is PB all right?
She's avoiding me. Probably thinks I'll poke her with a needle if she gets too close.
To be fair, you're always giving me...
Not in the hallway.
Thanks for the insight. I need to talk to you about some...
Of course. That's what I'm here.
When Dad died, he blocked off parts of... Maybe. It unlocked a memory fragment of Dad on the Citadel, from when the Alliance rejected his ideas about...
Why do you think your father chose this specific memory?
Who knows? Dad's always been one for secrets.
But he's sharing them with you now. That's something.
How long have you and Harry been friends?
I remember when he didn't complain. We met at a medical convention on the Citadel. His name card was crooked. But he was so damn confident, I knew we'd be friends.
How did you get into medicine?
My mum was a dancer. I'd patch him up after busy. They put every...
Are they here in Healy?
No. Both died in a turf war. Made leaving the Milky Way behind easier.
So, how did Asari
Specialist in alien anatomy, remember? Also, Harry insisted. Maybe he always intended to switch jobs.
I'll let you get back to it.
I'll be here if you need me.
We haven't really spoken since orientation, have we?
It's all been so hectic, but I'm sure things will quiet down soon. Can't be worse than the...
you're setting up in here, huh?
Yeah, I'm going through what we got out of that vault. If I can crack this data storage box, it'll help with a personal project back on the Nexus. This is a nice, out-of-the-way place where I can tinker, and I can sleep anywhere. It's not exactly homey, but I like that about it. Not really looking for a home. Oh, but I will help you find everyone a home. While I'm with you, at least.
Does your brain ever take a breath?
Sorry, not really. Even my dreams are in time-lapse. I get it. You want to know who's on your ship, so you're here to figure out what makes me tick, right?
Something like that? Sure.
Well, I was born in a log cabin on rural Haitiana to simple but loving parents, just trying to... I look forward, not back, Ryder. Why snooze through my life story? Get to know me out in the field while we're uncovering the mysteries of this galaxy. That's why I'm here. Got tired of yawning back home.
Tackling complete strangers in the Milky Way wasn't doing it for you?
I think tackling you anywhere would be fun. Did I say that out loud? Life won't be boring with you around. I may never yawn again.
You left everything and everyone you knew because you were bored?
No, I came with someone I knew. Then she got bored with me. Ryder, the Milky Way was so... been there, done that. Even if I hadn't done it, someone had. If there's one thing you should know about me, it's that I live for the unknown. For the never been done.
Well, congratulate yourself. No one has ever so successfully dodged my attempts to get to know them.
Yes! I'm #1! Buy me a drink sometime. Who knows what will spill out of my mouth. Then again... I need remnant scrap. Remtech, I call it. For projects like the one I mentioned. Which you're gonna love, by the by. Promise to bring me what you scrounge, and I'll submit to all your questions.
Remtech, huh? You got it.
You again. Want to hear more about my childhood log cabin?
You really won't tell me what you're working?
That's right. Next question.
What was it like for you on the neck?
Well, I wasn't supposed, so I kind of lived off. After I found my first remnant ruin, after that, I didn't spend much time on the Nexus. I even missed most of the revolt.
You mentioned you came to Andromeda with some...
Nothing gets by you. Just a friend. It's better to venture into the unknown without restraints or entanglements, don't you think?
A certain independence might be helpful.
Exactly. I don't want anything holding me back.
So how do you like the team?
Interesting bunch. Liam seems a lively one.
What about...
Gil smacks of complication. Who's left?
Well, there's...
Oh, right, Cora. What's her deal? Is she as prim and proper as she comes across?
She's exactly what she should be. Capable, reliable. She's a valuable...
Sure.
There's also Lexi, our doc.
Oh, I'll get around to her. All in all, seems like a decent bunch.
What drew you to the Remnant?
Are you kidding? There's so much to do. And the tech, it's on a different scale. If we can appropriate it, who knows what advances we'll make.
You're off the hook, PB. Good luck.
Thanks. Don't be a stranger.
Scans of the Scourge. All that dark energy twisting and turning on itself. It's splendid.
I suppose it is a rather darkly beautiful phenomenon.
Darkly beautiful. I like that. Helios is incredible, isn't it? Not just constructs like the Scourge and the Remnant Vaults. Just all of it. So alien. A constant reminder of the divine intelligence behind all creation.
You mean a god?
Yes, I believe in a higher power. I know it's a little odd, But I am a scientist because science brings me closer to something greater than myself.
There's something about coming face to face with something.
Wow. It's wonderful to meet someone, as if having faith in as if this sacred could be diminished by the search for truth.
It's good to have different voices on my team. I like that.
Excellent. Oh, speaking of the team, I should update the folks back in the Nexus with the latest reports. We'll talk later. I saw pictures of the vault. Astounding. And how much of it didn't you see? What if it's way bigger? What's all that space for?
Wild remnant parties. What else would you use?
Well, that's a thought. You don't really think they... Oh, joking. I see. Good one.
I take it you work closely with the Nexus science team?
I try to keep in contact. After all, many brains. I work best when I have other people to bounce ideas off of.
I'm still fuzzy about how we managed to see
It confused me too. So I asked Dr.
You're kidding.
Those exact ones. The initiative, according to
A what now?
it operated like a We don't know why the Geth were interested in observing beyond the galaxy, though. Maybe we'll never know.
Did my dad know about this? Why didn't he tell me?
It's possible he didn't know. The Geth are isolationists and hot. Using the info, even obtaining it in the first place, probably crossed a lot of boundaries.
What do you know about the Remnant's terraforming network?
From what I can tell, the vault is designed to adjust almost everything about a planet. Climate, pH of the soil, atmosphere composition. There's even... If we can figure out how to control the vaults, we could turn these worlds into perfect habitats.
What do you know about the Scourge?
We established that... Or they did something that caused its creation. We don't know why. That's still a mystery.
When did you start believing in a god?
My parents were both scientists. My home was ruled. Let's just say that while...
But your work as
Convinced me even more. The patterns, God, to me, is an artist. An inventor. Not someone
I should get back to things.
Sounds good?
Glad you stopped by. You'll pardon me if I keep an eye on our vector?
That's probably smart.
Nothing like being on the bridge of your very own ship, is there?
I could stand here and drink in that view all day.
When I was test piloting the ship back home, I often did. Of course, it took a whole team to build the Tempest. I was the only one to come to Helios, though.
Why did you?
What can I say? I could have stood on the shore and waved goodbye, or took the leap to see how it all turned out.
I get it. Like leaving a good story half-finished.
The team liked that one of us was going. I remember Serena debugging line 2, Tion and O'Connell.
You remember all that?
Oh, yes. Solarian. Though I suppose with the Solarian arc missing, you might not get many chances to compare.
Did you hear anything about...
Not a peep. Isn't that strange? Not that I dislike your company, but it's lonely without other Solarians.
Cheer up, Callow. We'll always have...
That snide little bureaucrat? All the more reason to find the... I should get back to it, but thank you. I was afraid the Tempest would be mothballed. We built her for this. She deserves... What can I do for you?
If you helped to build the Tempest...
Just about everything. The initiative needed...
Acquire?
Buy. Sadly, the other Pathfinder vessels were lost when the Scourge hit the Nexus. The Tempest is truly unique.
You know, I haven't actually met many Solarians.
Careful. Depending who you ask, we're conniving spies, genius research. We have to pack a lot of living into 40-odd years. Everything gets... I just hope we don't repeat our old mistakes out here.
What do you think of...
Well, I can't talk about...
I'm not listening. You can say whatever you like.
Oh no, I'm not falling for that again.
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
I'll admit it, Gil's rather irritating. He insists on...
He likes to do things his...
That doesn't make it the right way.
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
Liam's quite fun. I probably shouldn't have told him there are secret compartments in the armory, though. He's been looking all day.
I'll let you concentrate.
You know where I'll be.
Back again?
Any more commando war stories?
We once infiltrated a dangerous cult by Valenza hated it. She was...
How did you stop them?
Nasira pretended that Valenza shot her, and then prayed for her.
See you later, Cora.
I'll be here.
Hey, Ryder.
You probably have work to do. We can...
You know where to find me.
Pathfinder, is it true? We're settling Eos.
We've thought that before.
But Eos is different now, right? Pathfinder.
All right, settle down. Give him space. Lieutenant Syax, Kendros' aide. They all wanted to see you. Real hope again. It's been a while.
They've got a Pathfinder again. This is what we do.
And you've done it splendidly.
Professor Herrick, right?
What you achieved with that remnant vault is unprecedented, Pathfinder. Impossible.
With more military personnel out of stasis, those Ket won't get near your vault. Or our people.
We've taken some hard knocks, but this proves we'll always get up again.
Always.
Well, what are you waiting for? There's a new world out there.
Thank you, Ryder.
I don't know, maybe I should have stayed home.
Watch your tone. You saw what happened to the Krogan.
But we need...
Your incompetence isn't my problem. Just do your job.
What do you want?
Sounds like you're having a rough day.
You saw that, huh? Oh, I'm sorry I snapped at you. The way Spender treats me? Everyone, I'm so angry. I don't understand how he's in any position of authority.
He was pretty abusive towards you. Is that normal?
Yes, he's horrible. Working with him is a total nightmare. Just last week, he tried to redirect some of the supplies we need to keep this...
Why?
I have no idea. But if Kesh hadn't stepped in and threatened to airlock him, it would have been a disaster. He's always like that. Making bad decisions, driving the Krogan away, treating people like scum when no one's watching.
Maybe there's something I can do?
A man like that's bound to have some dirt. Things have gotten so bad that Kesh had to literally kick him out.
How literal we talk?
Boot to ass. Oh, it was glorious. We need him gone, but as incompetent as Spender is at it, Kesh can tell you more.
An expedition to Eos in the Pythia system has discovered a mysterious facility that authorities are calling...
Don't shove the crate off the... You shoved the crate off the ramp. Where do they find these people?
No.
Keeping tabs on things back here?
Yeah, I try to watch what's going on while we're away, but it's nice to check in person.
Going well, I hope.
As well as it can go with limited resources, yeah. Tiny steps. Damn, Ryder, you just missed a good show. One of the alarms malfunctioned, and we thought it was an attack. It didn't take long to figure it out, but in that time, they managed to scramble at least half the station's defenses.
Why are the alarms still malfunctioning?
Probably a leftover... It's not that bad. I want...
What? That's
Hey,
ridiculous.
Ryder.
Why would he say that?
Maybe he thought he was being honest.
Hey, Ryder.
He was being an ass.
We ask that you refrain from picking foliage in the Nexus Commons area.
How may I assist?
That's all.
It has...
Hi, I'm Jan Garson, founder of the initiative. Welcome to the Nexus. We ask that you spend a few short minutes going through immigration processing, then we'll have you on your way.
Fallout from the recent uprising.
I'm Jan Garson, founder of the initiative. On behalf of the Nexus, I welcome you to the Cultural Center. Please have a look around.
It's an honor to meet you, citizen of Andromeda. My people are the Turians. It will be a privilege to tell you about.
Okay.
Turian, public works serve as a focal point of our society.
Where do you come from?
Turians live on a planet. Our signature carapace, the hard exterior shell you see on Turians, is
What's Turian history?
The history of my people is proof. When Turians first, but with patience and we look forward to doing the same in Andromeda. The pleasure of meeting you has been.
The Nexus is a place of friendship and cooperation. We're glad you could visit.
Hi there. Thanks for stopping by. I'm a Krogan. Are you interested in hearing more about my people?
Okay.
Of course you are. It comes from living on a harsh world. We're a species that knows how to...
Where do you come?
An ugly rock told to chunk. But it gave us... how many speed... or 4 testicles?
What's Krogan history like?
Colorful, you might say. You'll hear stories. It's why a lot of Krogan are here in Andromeda now. They're the smart ones. The ones that... Thanks for chatting.
This is an image of the Citadel, considered the seat of government for many civilized races in the Milky Way galaxy. Here, the Council deliberates on matters of state.
Welcome, native of Andromeda. My people are known as Asari. It would be my pleasure to tell you...
Okay.
Very well. Asari... Among my people, diplomacy and cooperation are prized over war.
Where do you come from?
Asari come from a planet. It's a thriving world with a high concentration of element 0 on Thessia. Asari evolved powerful...
What's Asari?
Thousands of years ago, in the ensuing due to our lifespan, sometimes reaching 1,000 years of age. Farewell.
I'm Jan Garson, founder of the initiative. On behalf
Hello there. I'm a human being. If you'd like to know more about my people, just ask.
Okay.
Good to hear. Yet we don't let those differences come between us. We'd rather celebrate our diversity, rather than...
Where do you come?
Humans come from a planet. It's also an oasis of biological diversity. Scientists calculate...
What's human hit?
Humanity is a young people compared to many of the... But what we lack, we'd like to think we can teach our fellow travelers a few new tricks.
The Nexus is a place of friendship and
This is Ark Hyperion, one of several ships that made the long voyage from the Milky Way galaxy to Andromeda.
Greetings, inhabitant of Andromeda. I'm a Solarian. I'd be pleased to tell you more about my species.
Okay.
Solarians we're known for our quick thinking, technological savvy, and intellectual powers of deduction.
Where do you come?
Solarians originate from... As an amphibious species, we look forward to studying the wonders of Andromeda and the rich diversity our galaxy has
What's Solaire?
Cooperating with the Asylum. From time to time, we offer. It's our belief that the careful application of science and intellect is the key to improving the quality of life. It's been my pleasure.
This is an outpost for Milky Way colonists arriving in your galaxy.
Hello there, neighbor. I'm Gian Garson, the founder of the Andromeda Initiative. I thought you might like to hear more.
Okay.
Great, if you're seeing this, but I want to put your mind at ease. Seeing our arcs arriving...
What are you planning to do?
Great question. We're pilgrims who simply... But we understand trust needs to be earned, no matter what...
Why did you leave?
I get that question. Our own Milky Way. And speaking for myself, the thought of exploring... Thank you for... On behalf of my fellow Milky Way travelers, we couldn't be...
Pathfinder, I'm glad you could stop by. Pardon the dust while we set everything up.
How did you get this job?
I was a sociologist in the Milky Way. There was nothing new I could add. The idea of meeting new people, seeing how they've evolved, adapted to life's challenges.
What goes on here?
They can learn more about the Milky Way species. We're just getting everything ready. Hopefully it won't be long before we have our first...
Have you heard anything about...
Unfortunately, yes. Now, I'd hoped our encounters would be peaceful, but I suppose that was too much to ask.
Thanks.
Of course, our hope is that you'll make friends. And when you have a second, check back with... Welcome to the... Pathfinder, do you have a moment? We, need to explain you.
Explain me?
Our new VI over there is meant to describe the role of our Pathfinders, but it just lost all its settings in a crash. If you could fix them, that would really help us out. Just talk to the VI, and it'll do the rest.
We hope you'll enjoy learning about the rich diversity of people who have arrived
Thanks.
from the Milky Way.
Of course.
The Nexus is a place of friendship and cooperation. We're glad you could visit.
Welcome to the setup for your Pathfinder Informational VI. I am programmed with all relevant data. However, you must identify. First, select your preferred voice and appearance, male or female.
Male, please.
Variable set. Which aspect of the Pathfinder's role should be highlighted? Exploration and discovery, or first contact with new species?
Let's go with exploration and discovery.
Variable set. Next, should I emphasize the role of the Pathfinder team or their partner AI?
Go with the Pathfinders team.
Variable set. Finally, should I provide career advice to future Pathfinders or an honor of former Pathfinders?
List the former Pathfinders.
Setup complete. Would you like to keep these settings?
It all sounds good to me.
Thank you for choosing this Pathfinder Information VI. Implementing changes.
Don't hesitate to speak with one of our friendly peace ambassadors. They're happy to answer any questions you may have and eager to learn more about your own culture.
Hello again.
Thanks.
Of course.
You are looking at an image of the Milky Way.
On behalf of the Nexus, I welcome you to the Cultural Center. Please have a look around.
Hello. This display describes our Pathfinders, the Initiative's elite explorers.
Tell me about
Pathfinders survey distant worlds and discover promising new outcomes. Our colonization efforts wouldn't be possible without them.
Arrived from the Milky Way galaxy.
How does someone usually...
Our Pathfinders were selected from promising candidates. Alec Ryder. We honor him.
Tough job. Do
Each Pathfinder has a team of talented specialists drawn from multiple backgrounds and species. If you see a Pathfinder on your travels, be
Violent illness related to cherry-like fruit. We appreciate your patience.
I don't care what she says. We can't work these hours.
I don't care what you say. We have to, or the station falls apart.
Oh, hello, Pathfinder.
Hello.
Nice to see you again.
Here we are, one young Pyjack. Ready to see Andromeda, huh? Sam, can you send a note to Kesh? Make sure our new friend gets delivered to the Tempest.
Acknowledged.